Hey everybody, this is the Electro Harmonix Epitome multi-effects pedal. It's got the Holy Grail Max, the Electric Mistress, and the Micropog all in one little unit. I thought I'd play around with it a little bit and give my thoughts. I hope you'll consider watching. Okay, here's the pedal. You can see it's beautiful. One thing I'll just point out, it does have that Electro Harmonix power adapter. You can see it there. They're always clunky, but I'm sure there are workarounds for that. You know, I think you can buy special bricks, but I imagine that these pedals are really good and they need that power. So it's kind of, it is what it is, you know. But this is a really good pedal. I wish it had some fuzz, but you can see here it's the Holy Grail Max, or the Holy Grail Plus, which has spring, haw, room, and flurb. And it's got shimmer. I didn't mess with the shimmer too much. I had trouble making it sound good. But you turn that on, and those are the settings I was using. And I really like the Holy Grail. I have a cathedral pedal, which is cool and cooler in a lot of ways. I mean, you can really get some unbelievable sounds. But if you just want a rich reverb, I think the Holy Grail might be one of the best reverbs out there, just for plain old reverb. So, and it sounds great. And then we'll take that as kind of our basic sound, the Holy Grail reverb. And those are the settings. I had it cranked pretty good, but not all the way, because when you put it all the way, it starts to get sloppy and kind of bad. But then we've got the Electric Mistress here, and that's got a separate switch. But you know what? I have never been a chorus guy. It's got flanger and chorus, and then the rate. But actually, when I put the reverb on and then laid on the chorus, I thought I got a really nice sound, and it's really actually one of the first times in my life I've ever liked chorus. chorus came out and I decided I didn't like it, and I'm still not crazy about a lot of the music that used chorus pretty heavily in the 80s. I associate it with the 80s, and I'm a 70s classic rock guy, so. But I do know that Nirvana and some of those bands use a chorus, and I felt a little better. And I felt a little better about chorus when I saw Robin Trower had a chorus on his pedal board. And Eric Clapton used chorus on It's in the Way That You Choose It, that great, great song he did. He co-wrote it with Robbie Robertson, and it was in that movie with Paul Newman and Tom Cruise, The Color of Money. So then we'll take the Holy Grail, the Electric Mistress, with a little heavier chorus and a little less flange. I suppose you could use all one or the other, but I put them both on there. And then you add the Micropog. And that Micropog is pretty cool. Although for the kind of playing I was doing, which is kind of flat picking, kind of gently, it started to get too busy, and I thought it was too, you lost a lot of the definition, especially if you turned up the Micropog much past, these earlier levels. But I did think it was The other thing, the Micropog sounds great with fuzz. You get that big old octave fuzz. So let's try it a little bit with the Keeley Darkside pedal. I really like this pedal. I've never been much of a chorus person or a flanger person, so Electric Mistress isn't necessarily a pedal I would use all that much. But, when I was playing some of those acoustic-y type lines, I found myself realizing that chorus can really add ambience. I guess I never took to chorus in the 80s. I also wish it had a fuzz, but I guess then the pedal would get longer, and you can always add fuzz with another pedal. And I think these micro effects pedals are really cool. There aren't that many, and I'm not talking about those big digital boards with all those menus and sub-menus. I'm talking about these kind of units that combine a couple pedals in one, and they tend to be pedals that kind of complement each other. I think they're really good. This wouldn't be my number one just because it doesn't have fuzz on it, but it's got a beautiful reverb. And the Pog is kind of interesting. I guess my thoughts on the Pog are, depending on what you're doing, it's awesome. If you get that, I was trying to get like that really kind of like a giant chorus effect. But the way I was picking, I thought it was too busy when I started adding the octave dialing in more of the octave effect. But it's really great with fuzz. Gives you that boom, boom, boom. So definitely recommend this cool pedal, and I think you save. I mean, if you went out and bought the Holy Grail Max, an Electric Mistress, and a Micropog, or this, you're definitely saving money with this. So it's a no-brainer. If those are 3 pedals you want, this is a no-brainer. Thank you. God bless.